This may be the first time when a runner-up has made more headlines than the winner. Indian tennis ace Rohan Bopanna has become the oldest man in the Open era to reach a Grand Slam final at the age of 43 years and 6 months. Bopanna, along with his Australian teammate Matthew Ebden, reached the men's doubles finals of the recently concluded US Open. And the Open era is the current era, remember, of professional tennis, which began in 1968 when Grand Slam tournaments agreed to allow professional players to compete alongside amateurs. The tennis star spoke exclusively with the Times Network, where he shared his experience of playing in the Grand Slam and the challenges and goals that lie ahead.
His name is synonymous with tennis in India. He recently became the oldest man in the Open era to reach the men's doubles Grand Slam final. He is, of course, Rohan Bopanna, and he's joining us live at this moment. Rohan, firstly, many congratulations, and thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking to us here at the Times Network.
Hi, Karishma. Thank you so much, for having me on your show. It's always a pleasure. So looking forward to having this chat with you.
Rohan, I want to start by asking you if you could describe your entire US Open journey this year that culminated into you reaching the final with Matthew Ebden. Just tell us about it.
Yeah, Karishma, it's been a fabulous, 2 weeks in New York. Going into the tournament, New York is one of my favorite cities in the world, so I always enjoy going back to that city. And when you're in a city like that, you enjoy everything around it. You end up playing good tennis also. So I feeling that one of the main reasons I've always done pretty well in the US Open is thanks to enjoying the city as well. So yeah, this week, these 2 weeks has been really amazing. I think the season has been really kind. Matt and me have been had some good success or going into the US Open, making a semifinal at Wimbledon, and then winning Indian Wells in March. So just the hardcourt season in March as well, we were really comfortable playing on that surface. And when we went into New York and practicing at the US Open, that surface also felt extremely familiar, extremely comfortable. So there was a lot of confidence just, practicing on those courts and playing some practice matches. And I think we built a good slow start in terms of managing everything, how we went about first and second round, and then got into the tougher rounds, and we came through some tough matches there, especially in the quarterfinals, saving about 7 set points, and then making it all the way to the final. Yeah, unfortunate. It's always disappointing to lose a final, but having said that, I'm really happy with that. I was able to still compete at the highest level, play at another Grand Slam final, even though it was 13 years later. I think I was just, my mental strength has grown over the years, and I just feel the maturity, the experience, everything has brought into, significantly high level for me to have got there. So yeah, having said that, yeah, really happy.
Rohan, you spoke about, mental strength, and everyone's talking about your longevity as well, and I will get to that. But I want to also understand from you, in that moment, how much did it hurt you? Because you were this close to your second Grand Slam title, maiden men's doubles title. So how much in that moment was it hurting?
No, obviously it is very disappointing, Karishma, at the end of the day, especially with the way we started. I think we were playing really good tennis, winning that first set. I think we were 1 point away in the second set or 1 point away in the third set to have, taken that lead and made that of a difference. But that is the beauty of the sport. It's never over till it's over. And I think credit to Ram and Salisbury to have stuck in there for, and they obviously love playing that surface. It's the third time in a row they're doing winning the title there. I don't think any team has really done that achievement. So I think we knew going into the match we're going to have a tough matchup. But having said that, yeah, it is truly disappointing, to have not, won the title.
And Arun, talking about the incident in the final set that even left Rajiv Ram a little stunned when you went to the chair umpire and you conceded a point. I want to know from you, is that going to be a part of Rohan Bopanna's legacy when we talk about giving back to the sport to have the highest ethical standards?
Actually, Karishma, I mean, I've always been raised like that, to do the right thing, and I believe tennis is a gentleman's game, and irrespective of what the scoreline would have been, I think I would have done the same thing, no matter whether it was the first point or even could have been match point, down. But because at the end of the day, winning and losing is part of the process, but doing the right thing, making sure you have good ethics, and I think that is what sport is all about. Sports teaches you a lot of character, brings a lot of positivity, and it's you encourage a lot of people across the world, and I don't think I even hesitated 1 second before giving out that point, and I think that's the person I am, and even if it happens anytime again in the future, I think I'll do the same thing.
Now on to a very cliche question, but I have to ask you, what is it that keeps you going apart from your love for the sport of tennis?
I think the love for still having representing India. I think I really feel every sport, when there is a representation, I think it's a big inspiration to the country and all the Indians across the world. Not only that, I mean, over the years now, as I'm getting older, a lot of people above 40 also have come to me and said they're really inspired, and with the way I've been playing and playing at the highest level. And it doesn't have to be that they are into the sport; they're in general, feeling inspired. And I think that is something which keeps me motivating and keeps me going. And every time I think there's a Indian flag being hoisted, at these big events, I think it's a proud moment for each and every one of us. And who knows, maybe there is a kid out there who will pick up the sport just seeing the Indian flag being hoisted at these big events. And I think that is the number one thing which really pushes me to go across and use with all my limits out there and play the best tennis.
And Asian Games, of course, is going to be the next big challenge. One is, of course, hoping that we can see the Indian flag being hoisted there as well. You are a 2018 Asian Games champion, so all set to defend your gold medal as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to representing India there again. And before I head to the Asian Games, I have a extremely big event coming up this weekend, which is the Davis Cup against Morocco. It's going to be my last Davis Cup tie, so I definitely have mixed feelings, there. But having represented India from 2000. Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be emotional, having represented India from 2002 to it's been, 21 years representing India. And I'm glad that we have this tie at home. And so right after that, I'm heading straight to Asian Games. So so two big events coming up. Anytime, like I said, you have the option to represent your country, it is a amazing feeling. And so this weekend coming up, and the next 10 days at Asian Games, I think is going to be really special. So really looking forward to that.
Ron, 2 Grand Slam finals this year, and then, of course, a good performance in Asian Games, hopefully. Do you think that gets you closer to a major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna award as well? I remember you being awarded the Arjuna Award in 2019.
Karishma, actually, these... I'm not a player who has always been who's looking to say, okay, if this performance happens, that award comes in. I'm, truly focused on, what I should do better and on how I could improve my tennis. And, I think the rest of everything else, follows by itself. I don't think the minute you set those limitations, it becomes more difficult and too much pressure on yourself. So I think the biggest thing for me is to just really focus on the tennis of what I've been doing for the past 9 months, and I think there is a great chance of finishing the year also really well. Ebden and me have a good chance to maybe even finishing the year number 1, and so there are a lot of wonderful possibilities still there, and good opportunities for us to do well.
And maybe the Khel Ratna is one of them, talking about the wonderful opportunities that are out there. Rohan, before I let you go, I want to ask you straight up, how long do you see yourself playing now? Is Paris 2024 a target that is on your mind?
No, I think to have a target like in Paris 2024, there has to be someone else I can partner with and qualify with, so that is the number one thing. I mean, of course, if I remain top 10 by the cutoff of Paris 2024, then automatically that qualifies India into the Olympics, and I'm really pushing forward for, to that. And if there's an opportunity, yes, to play another Olympics, I'm definitely looking forward to doing that.
But do you feel a little pressurized because it all comes down upon your shoulders, so to say, when we talk about tennis and Olympics in India?
So 20 years I've been, doing this, playing at the highest level. So I don't think there is any more really pressure to feel at, and I really think that, especially since you're traveling all by yourself, doing it all by yourself, tennis is a sport where it's not supported by the government or federation. When you travel to all these events, you have to do it yourself. So I think that kind of pressure, having that, has always helped me in my career to understand and learn and constantly build on that. And I think the only time we get supported in tennis is during Olympics or Asian Games or Davis Cup. But rest of the tour on the ATP circuit, you have to do it yourself. You have to manage everything, your travel expenses, coaches, physios, everything yourself. So, so I think, I've been managing that well for, a couple of decades now. And I'm, so I don't see there is any pressure there at all. It's just to, focus again on myself to make sure I'm playing well in the beginning of the season next year. And I think there's a fantastic opportunity to have representation in tennis at the Olympics.
And Rohan, before you sign off, a message for all those out there who are young, who are picking up the racket, looking forward to be the next Rohan Bopanna, Mahesh Bhupathi, Leander Pace, or even Sania Mirza for that matter. What is it that you would want to tell them?
No, I think the number one thing is, not to have something and to do it in a hurry. There's a lot of time, they need to have a lot of patience. And the biggest thing is self-belief. And to the parents out there, and I really feel that is to support them as much as they can. And, I keep telling the parents, anytime they send their kid to the tennis academy, is to trust the coaches. And for the kids out there, yeah, enjoy it. And believe it is truly possible. And there are possibilities that doesn't matter at what age you are. So don't have limitations, just have possibilities.
Well, Rohan, thank you so much for your time, and wishing you all the very best for the Asian Games and also the Davis Cup next weekend.